What's going on, everybody? Second update of my surgery. Basically, if you didn't see the first one, I'm going to link it down below. Essentially what happened, I have a mesh between my organs in my stomach and my abdominal muscle because my fascia, my tissue just separated, diastases, and that caused hernias, blah, blah, blah. I have 40 titanium screws in a mesh holding my abs in. Now, if you can see, here's the surgery right here. Okay, it was a little scar, and essentially I had a hole that developed between my Gore-Tex mesh and my muscle. So the muscle actually formed a hole, and the lump in my abs was actually muscle tissue poking through. It wasn't a hernia because Gore-Tex will not rip. It's not going anywhere. It has 40 titanium screws holding it in. So essentially, you just saw me essentially rip a hole in my abdominal muscle. Now, the doctor's never seen that. And, you know, like we talked about, he also doesn't have patients who go out and deadlift 700 pounds. So with extraordinary acts comes extraordinary injuries. So long story short, I haven't taken one painkiller post-op. Other than the stuff they put in me to do the surgery, the sedatives, the general anesthesia, and the pain pills for immediately afterwards. Once those wore off in about 3 or 4 hours, I felt it. And honestly, it feels like someone's stabbing me constantly in the stomach. That looked weird, doesn't it? It looks like a reverse hand job. Just stabbing me over and over and over and over. And people ask why I don't take painkillers, even though since I did identify my mom does have a substance abuse problem, my mom is a drug addict, and it definitely ruined our lives, but I can see that and I can prevent that. So number one is the fact that there could be I don't know. I mean, the data is inconclusive. There could be a genetic component to addictive personalities. There could be. I do have an addictive personality. I mean, just look at my routines. And if drugs become a part of my routine, that can happen. And why do people get addicted to painkillers? Because they fucking work. They numb the pain. I remember one time I lost my voice and the doctor put me on prednisone. And that made it where when I squatted, I had no hip pain. Everything was not inflamed. My knees felt good. I was going ATG with 405 before I knew it. And I normally don't go above 315 on squats anymore. Think about it. I didn't have that feedback from my body telling me, holy shit, that's too heavy. Put that in perspective, painkillers. I knew this morning when I was downstairs training my kids with weights that if I went and I picked up a dumbbell that was too heavy, the pain shooting through this incision right here sucked. Pain is a mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. Pain tells you, hey, stop doing this or you're going to injure yourself further, right? Inflammation is a necessary component of healing. Think about when you sprain your ankle and your ankle swells. It's immobilizing your ankle. It's literally your body's own internal reactive cast. Your body puts that in place saying, hey, you're not to move this shit. And if you put too much pressure on it, it's going to fucking hurt. Okay? So it's going to prevent you from injuring yourself. So look at it this way. I was able to have a fully functional weekend. I wasn't hopped up on pain pills. I'm loopy enough as is. Sure, it hurt a little, but let's say Katie goes, hey, can you help me carry groceries? And I go pick up a big 50-pound thing from Costco. I won't be able to do it. The pain will be immeasurable. Now, let's flip it around. Let's say I'm on Oxy. Let's say I'm on some other kind of painkiller that's really strong, hydrocodone. I go to pick it up, and that painkiller is blunting the pain. I can easily re-injure myself because I'm not getting that feedback from the body. Now, the negative to it is it really fucking sucks to sleep. Last night was my first night not sleeping in a recliner, sleeping laying down in a bed. And I'll be real with you. Every time I rolled over, I woke up like, fuck! But imagine if I was on painkillers, I roll over wrong, and I tear my fucking stitches. Because right now, what's holding this motherfucker together, what's holding it together is a stitch. And if I tear that stitch, I'm fucked. So, at the end of the day, this bad boy right here, the pain response that's being given to me is going to keep me from re-injuring it. So do I recommend you stay off of painkillers? Look, I'm not going to name names, but I know a lot of bodybuilders who've been through surgeries who are different people because they're hopped up on painkillers at all times to deal with the pain. Sometimes the pain is too much. Look at Brett Favre. He played the rest of his career due to the fact that he was hopped up on painkillers. That's what kept him going. However, who knows what injuries he sustained or could have sustained because of doing that. My opinion is, look, Back in the day, before we had all this, humans survived just fine, taking a shot of whiskey and going and getting it cut open. I'm not saying I don't want general anesthesia, but I'm saying that I like my body. I like to be in, that's why I don't drink. I like to know where I'm at. I like to be in my full 100% capacity at all times. By taking painkillers, you're basically telling your body, shutting off that feedback mechanism that will prevent future injury, and also inviting probably the biggest epidemic other than obesity in this country, which is addiction to painkillers, opioids, and all that stuff. Anyway, that's why I don't take painkillers. And that's why I don't recommend it. And also I did an article on how inflammation is a good thing. You don't want to take anti-inflammatories because it actually slows down the healing process. I'm going to link that article down below. It's a very good article. From the talks I had with Gary Reinhold, who's the anti-Iceman, to others. I don't believe in icing. I don't believe in painkillers. I don't believe in anything that shuts off the body's feedback and also that prevents inflammation, because inflammation is there for a reason. Anyway, guys, let me know your thought. Comment down below. Click on the article. Appreciate you watching. And today, it's been great. I've been doing cardio 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day. I've been staying active, going in the sauna, making autophagy work for me. And it's been really good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. Stay tuned for more. That's not a game.